Our next guest is an Emmy Award-winning writer who you know from her work on Saturday Night Live, Bless the Hearts, Wine Country, and Loot. SNL 50, the anniversary special, airs live this Sunday night at 8 on NBC and Peacock. Please welcome back to the show one of my favorite people in the world and very good friend, Emily Spivey, everybody. Here we are, SNL 50, baby.
Oh my God, wow, is it ever?
Is it ever?
Is it ever?
A lot of, I think you and I can be honest with each other, I'm having a lot of feels.
So many feelings.
Yeah.
I thought the 40th was a feelings buffet.
Yeah.
This is like the feelings pizza buffet that you just can't stop eating.
Yeah.
And the feelings just build and build and build until you need a Pepsi, a feelings Pepsi.
A feelings Pepsi. There's a very strange thing. After this is over tonight, you and I are going to go up to the 17th floor. We're currently on the 8th floor. This is where SNL is filmed, but the 17th floor, which is where the writing happened. When I go up there, are you ready to be hit with the wall of anxiety memories?
I mean, we have to be ready, right? Yeah. I mean, it's a wall of anxiety, but it's also a wall of joy in some ways. Like, you know, when I come back here and I see you and like Donna's back there and Eric, and these are like backstage people that I love so much. You really feel good. It's a family environment.
We all were very young when we started together, but before you even started, you knew Maya Rudolph from The Groundlings.
Yes, yes.
And then you had many great successes on the show together, Bronx Beat, Donatella Versace. You wrote her as Oprah.
Yes.
And did you know, were you guys, the first time you laid eyes on her back in the Groundlings days, did you just know exactly how good she was?
Yes, I did. I really did. She was so special because she's a quadruple threat. She could do anything. Sing, dance, she's funny, she's a good writer. But more so, we really connected in a way that seemed like otherworldly. Like we were, my husband's best friend and him went to a psychic. And the psychic told them that they had fought in the Civil War together.
Wow.
And you know, psychics, you have to, it's like the internet. You believe everything you see on the internet, everything a psychic says. But that's how I feel about Maya. I feel like we fought in a war together in another life.
But you didn't want to do the work of going to see a psychic. You just...
Right.
I like that you just took it from your husband and his friend.
Yeah. You have to assume.
I think psychics would not care for the way you're doing this. They're like, hey, we got a business here. You can't just take somebody else's psychic.
I'm right. It's stolen valor, right? Stolen psychic valor.
Stolen psychic valor.
Yeah.
These are Maya and Keenen. Now, look, was this the most popular sketch that ever aired? No. Was it the most quoted at SNL? Yes. You wrote a sketch where Maya and Keenen played TT and Mario. Sort of like an Ashford and Simpson, right?
Yes, yes.
And this was like way back, early aughts.
Yes.
Their love songs.
Right.
But then you recently came back, and this was a new one because originally they were like all songs about like, you know, getting frisky. But this one...
and booty so tight.
Yeah, booty so tight.
They like to sing about how their booties were so tight.
Yeah. But now you took advantage of the fact that time had passed and you wrote one. This did not air. You can watch it online, though.
Yes, please go watch it.
This is Married Too Long, Booty in the Rear View.
Yeah, Booty in the Rear View.
And these were the songs about how people, you know, they married too long and maybe like getting together and being sexy with each other is just harder to do.
Well, yeah, it's lost its luster.
Do we want to find one to...
Sure.
Should we do an appointment for sex on 68?
Sure.
Okay.
And also a shout out to Brian Tucker. Me and Brian have been married for a combined total of 100 years.
Yes, this is a fellow writer who...
Brian Tucker, yes.
Okay.
An appointment for sex.
Let's coordinate a date.
An appointment for sex. Love we can Love we can negotiate.
9:30.
I'm in the bathroom.
10:30.
I'm on a Zoom.
11:30.
I'm in the bathroom.
12:30.
My mother's in town.
Well, we tried.
Oh, sorry, I pooched that. Oh, I should have rehearsed more. God, I rehearsed this all night, too.
Well,
I didn't even sleep.
Oh, my God. Well, it paid off.
You know what? Look at these two fools.
Yeah. Can I ask a couple favorite host memories?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we got to work with some people. You wrote for Mick Jagger. You wrote for Christopher Walken.
Yes.
Always great?
Well, my favorite has got to be Mick Jagger, which was my first Yes.
Yeah.
Mick Jagger. You've heard of him.
Yeah.
Rock and roll's Mick Jagger. Yeah, it was wild because I was writing with him. It was my first season. I swear to God, I think, Seth, it was like my fourth show.
Yeah.
And I'm in his dressing room, and he was going to play Karl Lagerfeld in Donatella. And we started smelling something burning, like burning smell. And I was like, what's that smell? And he goes, oh, yeah, something's burning. Is something on fire? And I was like, it's probably your sexuality. Because he was very flirty and very fun. I loved him.
He's so much fun.
And so then he was like, oh, no, it's my teapot. And so he got down on the floor to unplug his teapot, and I saw his little crack. Mick Jagger's little butt crack.
Wow. What a cool thing to be able to see up close.
I know. Not many ladies have seen his butt crack.
Certainly not because he was unplugging a teapot that was on fire.
Right. The teapot had no water in it, so it was burning.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He's very bad at making his own tea.
No, he didn't know.
That was like Keith Richards' biggest complaint about him is like if he made his own tea.
Tea always forgets to put the water in.
I'm just going to show pictures and you explain what the premise of the sketch was.
Okay.
That's Derek Jeter.
Oh, Derek Jeter had gone to a yard sale and found an old Tony Home perm and gave himself a perm and then shows up to this party with this perm. And he's super proud of it. And Anna was like, what are you doing? Yeah.
It's like, let me say what my favorite thing about, because we started on the same day, and Derek Jeter was our first year as well, and I feel like Derek Jeter came through, and sometimes your fear as a writer is that you're gonna write something and someone else is writing something similar. And so I had all these baseball ideas about Derek Jeter, and then what I think one of the reasons why we got on so well is I was like, what are you working on? And you're like, he found an old home perm. And I'm like, oh, we can coexist.
Yeah, because you know what I don't know about? Baseball.
No.
All I knew was that Jeter was super cute. I wanted to see him to pick a perm out.
It wasn't that all of your sketches were wig-based, but the next card is Steve Martin.
Oh.
All right, cut it dress.
Oh, I'd cut it dress.
And
yeah.
This was, what was this, Secret?
This was called Secret Ears.
Okay.
And it was based on a mid-2000s old person product where I think it was a hearing aid where you could hear things like from a mile away.
Right, okay.
So in the commercial, there was an old lady out getting her mail, and there were two people talking way down the block, and she was like, oh, she's listening, she's spying on them. Oh. Margie's daughter's having a baby. But then Brian Tucker and I, the great Brian Tucker, were like, what if this is just a guy at a party who's not spying down the block? He's just listening to everything that everyone says at the party and also repeating things that he heard elsewhere. And then we had the secret ears made out of the same.
He was saying nobody can tell you're wearing them.
Right. Yes. Thank you.
That was the thing about secret.
Seth gets the joke. Right. And we had these earmuff things made the same color and texture as Steve's hair.
We were talking about Donna and Eric backstage, wardrobe people. The hair departments, the set departments, best in the world. Everybody works at SNL, the best in the world.
I mean, the gold standard. I almost said the F word.
Do you have anything you remember? Sometimes I would remember they would put an incredible amount of work into something that you would feel shame about because it was such a dumb idea and they were bringing their professionalism to your whimsy.
Yes. Well, James Anderson and I wrote a sketch called Jermazing.
Jermazing, I remember Jermazing.
For Finesse Mitchell, and it was just about a waiter who had too much product in his hair.
Yeah.
But he also was hard of hearing. He couldn't triangulate sound. So they'd be like, so the customers would be like, Jermazing, I think we'd like to try the bruschetta. And he was like, oh! And he would turn this way, where? And then the product would go flying. And there were two prop guys on each side that were squirting with a squirt bottle, the product. So anyway, that was the sketch. But then James and I didn't know how to end it. Ending sketches is notoriously a nightmare.
Yeah.
And so we were like, oh my God, what if his products are super flammable? What if the restaurant just blows up because his products are flammable? And so we had the prop department come in and meticulously build a model of a restaurant and then set it on fire. So then that burned, it was a whole thing, and then the sketch just unceremoniously got cut.
And then also, while it's going address, you know, right? You know what's coming, and you also can tell from the first minute of the sketch, this is definitely getting cut.
Oh,
and
it's so
Lauren's
painful.
about to see that he also paid for a tiny restaurant.
Right, to get blown, to catch on fire. A pre-tape.
Maybe it's an analogy for all our time there?
Maybe it's right.
Yeah. We're all just the restaurant that blows up.
Right, we're just tiny models. It's like the end of St. Elsewhere, the show St. where you realize it's just...
Yeah, we're all in Lauren's snow globe.
Yeah, we're just in a snow globe.
What a delight to have you here. Let's go upstairs and get back into it.
Let's
I love
do
you
it.
so much. You guys, this is Emily Spy, the SNL 50th anniversary special. Airs live this Sunday night at 8. We'll be right back.